Terrell Thomas. We are back in the building, Live Hip Hop Daily, downtown Atlanta. For Live Hip Hop Daily and These Urban Times present Sideline Stories. Once again, joined by the man of the hour,
Brandon Triche, man.
And it's a lot going on. As we mentioned to start the show off, I know you're feeling good right now.
Of course, man. Why not?
The NFL is back in action. It's the first Hall of Fame game is actually taking place live right now in Canton, Ohio, as they celebrate the whole Hall of Fame festivities that'll take place on Saturday. But something that I know we both was looking forward to and checking out would be the performance of the first time of Mr. Lamar Jackson.
Action Jackson.
He's in the building, the Louisville Heisman Trophy winner. Should have been two-time Heisman Trophy winner if you really want to be honest about it. But you know how it is in college. If your record ain't one thing, no matter what your personal accolades are like, you're not going to get that award. But the Bears and the Ravens are going down. So, we recently see Lamar Jackson put out his first touchdown pass.
One of many.
RG3 was looking good in his first half action. What'd you say they call him now?
Robert Griffin III.
Just Robert Griffin. We ain't even abbreviate his name.
No.
What are your thoughts of your Ravens so far? How they look out there to you?
Hey, from what I've been seeing, defense look like we always do. Good. The offense, kind of spurted a little bit, to be expected. You implementing new plays, trying to get the kinks out. Everybody's probably getting back in the swing of things. So, I seen the drive that Lamar had. I was impressed. Only thing that's mattered to me, he got the end zone. So, he got that on his belt now. So, there's more things to come. We're gonna win the Super Bowl. I tell y'all, we're gonna win the Super Bowl this year. Don't hate. Don't hate. Don't hate. There's no need to hate. Don't give me that dry silence. We're winning the Super Bowl in Atlanta.
Go Cleveland Browns. I think they're gonna be the best team in y'all division.
Hey man, don't. Hey, we're not gonna lose our friendship over that. Okay? The only team that's good in Cleveland is the Indians. Okay, LeBron's not there anymore. The Browns are the Browns. So we're not gonna lose our friendship over that. It's gonna be the Ravens or the Steelers.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. Lamar Jackson is looking good. He does have a touchdown pass. He has an interception as well. But, those will come. The rookie. His first completion was actually for a first down. So he's also showing his footwork as well, running the ball and running for a first down. So, as you say, Action Jackson is looking good in the purple and black. My birthday's coming up, man, so I can use one of those.
But you're not even a Ravens fan, so
I'm not. I'm just a Lamar Jackson fan.
You're not even a Ravens. No, I don't need. Look, I'm telling people now. I don't need no bandwagon fans.
Oh, no. We're not even bandwagon. He should have went to Jacksonville. Let's get. I'm saying I was gonna root for him regardless.
They messed it up.
Went,
so they messed it up.
And I don't know what y'all gonna do because y'all still talking about Flacco. So
I told you, like I said last week, he got the first 4, maybe 5 games, depending on our record. If he good, he stays. If we struggling, offense is stank. We'll put that boy to the side, get the clipboard ready. Go and start doing the veteran thing, teaching the young boy.
Well,
so RG3 is gonna be third string.
He's third string. He's really there as the coach.
RG3 is the one to teach Lamar. Don't do what I did. Okay, don't end up like how I was. And ironically enough, the team that hurt Robert Griffin, he's playing for him now. So how ironically is not. So that's Robert Griffin's role is to be the mentor.
He should have learned to slide. And he still will.
And Lamar talked about he's gonna try to stay. He's not gonna run out of bounds. Watch Robert Griffin. Don't do what he did. Don't end up like Michael Vick was, all beat up and all that stuff. Run out of bounds. Save your body.
Give me a realistic prediction on your record this year.
I'm playing. I told you last week. I wasn't playing. I said either 10-7, 10-6, or 11-5. I wasn't playing.
Yeah, we'll see about 9-7. I don't know about
that.
Damn sure not 11-5. The division is going to be a lot tougher than I think you expect. The Browns are going to be good, man.
It's the Browns.
It is,
and nobody's worried about the Bengals. And I hate the Bengals especially what they did in the season last year. They messed up our chance to go to the playoffs. But we're not speaking about that right now. It's 2018 season, 2018-2019 season. That's the only thing that matters.
Well, one thing we can agree on is that we both want to see Lamar Jackson turn up and be successful. So
Action Jackson.
If that means your team gets a few more wins than I expect, then so be it. I want to see that brother do good.
Oh, you want to see the black man shine?
I want to see the black man shine. I want to see the brother shine.
Yeah.
Speaking of black men shining who play in purple uniforms, the Minnesota Vikings have signed wide receiver Stefon Diggs to a pretty hefty extension. Now it's a 5-year deal worth $72 million.
Well,
$40 million is guaranteed. It's about time the NFL players are starting to get larger lump sums of guaranteed money. I do like to see that. They're
getting those 5 years, $70 million, 25 guaranteed.
Diggs can earn as much as $81 million over the life of the deal. So with incentives and everything like that, he can earn as much as $81 million. Now we all saw the miracle catch that took place for the Minnesota Vikings last year against the New Orleans Saints. So there were plenty of Falcon fans down here who were thrilled about that. But let me ask you this: do you feel like Stefon Diggs, talented receiver, pretty shifty, pretty quick receiver, definitely seems to have a high IQ out there on the field? New quarterback, and they'll be receiving passes from Kirk Cousins this year, so they got to build a rapport and get things going. Mm-hmm. But do you feel like the Vikings overpaid for Stefon Diggs and his talent?
A little bit, because I mean, he had a great season last year. He put up good numbers, but how many Pro Bowls has he got? One maybe. I mean, he's not even a top 10 receiver. So I mean, I know you got to pay the market.
He's never caught over 1,000 yards in his career.
See, that's terrible. So you never caught over 1,000 yards. You getting $40 million a year. I mean, $40 million guaranteed. Almost up to $80 million over for the life of the loan. I mean, life of the contract. It's he has to produce for his contract.
Hasn't had double-digit touchdowns either.
And see, you now look all these stats you bringing out is not warranted for his contract.
64 receptions last year, 849 yards, 8 touchdowns.
I mean, he did have
one hell of a. Are they paying him for that one?
I think that's what it was. They paying for that catch. And if what was it, Michael Lewis? I think that's his name.
Oh, the safety cornerback who made the error.
Yeah, who missed a tackle. All he had to do is get a tackle. None of this happens. Stefon Diggs may not get this contract, but you saw what happened the next week when once they beat the Saints and then they got obliterated by the Eagles. So
that was the Vikings fans' fault because they came with all that purple and gold nonsense and wanted to disrespect Rocky. You can't come to Philly and disrespect Rocky. That's what happens to you.
I mean, touche. But I don't think his. I mean, he had to make me a believer. So I mean, you got to make me a believer for the contract that you got, and you never had double-digit touchdowns and never had 1,000 yards over your for a season. You got Kirk Cousins. I'm not high on Kirk Cousins because it's Kirk Cousins, but I could definitely say that man is becoming a legend at the bank. I could definitely say that he's becoming a legend at the bank.
Well, one person that I know who is extremely thrilled right now because of Diggs' new deal is somebody that you're very fond of who went to LSU, who's currently playing ball in the Big Apple. That would be none other than Odell Beckham Jr.
OBJ, pay me now.
So the Louisiana native is in the final year of his deal with the New York Giants. And although there was speculation of a possible holdout, Odell Beckham did report to OTAs prior to the start of training camp. And he also reported to training camp on time, recovering from an ankle injury and various injuries. Odell's looking to get paid. And arguably, Odell is one of the top 3 receivers in the league. Me personally, I think him and Antonio Brown are 1A and 1B. I think right now they're the 2 most dominant wide receivers in the league. Antonio Brown recently received a pretty hefty check as well, I believe, last season from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Odell wants to set a new precedence. He wants to make pretty much $100 million.
And you might.
Do you see with this new deal that Stefon Diggs, who does not have the accolades that Odell Beckham has, he's not the the field presence that Odell Beckham is. We see what he does on social media. We see him in commercials. Of course, recently he signed a sneaker deal with Nike. We got to see how things turn out. Will he get his own signature shoe or signature cleat? But are we going to see Odell Beckham eclipse the $100 million mark from the New York Giants this season? Because they're looking at getting a new deal out the way now. They were talking about waiting until next season in the offseason, but now the Giants and Odell are in talks to put this thing in play and get this man paid. Is he going to be getting $100 million or more?
You see my face, right?
I see. So
you see my face, right? So you already know that. In the words of Isaiah Thomas. Go ahead, back up that Brinks truck.
We don't want to use Isaiah.
And with the words Isaiah,
about that Brinks truck, and he got a Tonka truck, so we don't want to use Isaiah.
The words that Isaiah used, back up the Brinks truck. Okay, so you go ahead and be happy. Your boy Odell's about to get that $100 million contract. You go ahead and break the bank. I don't think no receiver got a $100 million deal.
Not yet.
So might as well. For all the things that all the things he's accomplished so far, all the touchdowns, and he's slowed down with the off the field antics and stuff. So, he hasn't been in the news or anything doing anything stupid. So, I don't see why he shouldn't get his paper.
He also recently was in Jerusalem and got baptized.
Yeah, so he's a new man. He's a new man.
That's dope. Out of everything he does, that was dope right there.
Yeah,
go to Jerusalem.
He might go. You know, dye his hair back. You know, he might go with the little cut. You know, he might take the mohawk
that's
away.
Where you see him going with
it. He might want to change his whole life around. And I do. Hey, with the sneakers or the cleats he has, hey, Nike been doing some things with them. I see they do the little up tempos. Put the OBJ on it. That's kind of slick, Nike. I see what y'all doing over there. So go ahead, hey, stop being cheap, New York Giants. You know, so go get that man that money.
Although, I mean, we all know how I feel about my Eagles. One thing for sure that I do believe, I think the Giants will have a pretty deadly, if they can keep Eli healthy, I think they'll have a pretty deadly offense with the potential of Saquon Barkley and just the fact that now teams won't be able to rush Eli how they were because Eli can dip and doink right out the backfield to Barkley. A healthy Odell, it's going to look very, very nasty.
So what if, I was kind of watching NFL Live earlier today. You know, they had a little team up there. You know, there's a receiver that's kind of looking for a job. I got a question for H. How would you feel if y'all go get Dez Bryant?
We're going to talk about Dez in a minute. He's a Jets fan, though. He's
the other white meat. But he's a New Yorker. You know, whatever team in New York is doing good, that's who he's rolling with. You know,
true.
So exactly. So, if the Mets doing good, if the Yankees ain't doing good, he's going with the Mets. If the Mets ain't doing good, the Yankees he going with the Yankees.
We gonna talk about your man Dez in one moment. We gonna talk about Dez and see what he got going on in one moment.
Got a lot going on lately.
It's a gentleman all the way up in the greater northwestern part of the United States who's not too happy right now.
Yeah, he ain't at all.
And, you know, it's amazing to think how the Legion of Boom is just falling.
Legion of Doom.
They are definitely that as of now. The Legion of Doom.
LOD.
Earl Thomas is like, yo, pay me or trade me. We know last year of his antics, he's originally from the Texas area, well, from Texas, not too far from Dallas. After the Seahawks played the Cowboys, he was seen talking with Jerry Jones and several of the other coaches like,
don't do it.
Come get me.
Don't do it.
Is Earl Thomas going to be traded? And if so, what team, what organization do you see as a perfect fit for Earl Thomas?
Baltimore. Okay, but let's be realistic. we got Eric Weddle and Tony Jefferson, so we don't really need Earl Thomas. I would love him, but I can see a team that's in the NFC South. You know, that's a few players away from being a Super Bowl contender. You know, they got a great quarterback. I ain't talking about Matt
Ryan. There's several great quarterbacks in the NFC South, though.
Yeah, but one's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Oh, we already know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Jameis Winston, go Nose.
So no, definitely not him. We're gonna talk about what about the other team in the boot? Purple and gold. Black and gold. What about that team? They got a young team. Good up and coming secondary. Add that veteran person right there. You got Matt Unger from the Seahawks too. Why go ahead and make that trade, Sean Payton?
They gave up something to get it to bring him.
Hey, if you trying to win now, or you trying to win later, Drew Brees ain't getting younger, so you might as well go try to win now. Go ahead, give up maybe a first and second rounder. Go get Earl Thomas, bring him into camp. You got enough time. I think that'd be a good fit for him. Don't go to Dallas because I don't want your career to die. Don't go to Dallas. Don't go to Dallas. I know it's home for him and everything. He wants to be a Cowboy, the star, but you don't want to go through all that antics with Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and that.
If not Dallas, though, he could stay in Texas and go to Houston.
But they just got Tyrann Mathieu this offseason.
Shift Matthews to the strong safety, have Earl at the free safety. That'll be a dynamic duo. Or he could go to another team in the AFC who hasn't been the same at the safety position since Troy Polamalu decided to retire.
No, he can't go there.
And the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No, he can't go there.
They're lacking that superstar in the defense. Now I know you don't want to see that.
No, he can't go there.
Lamar Jackson may not want to see that.
He can't go there.
But that might be nasty, putting Earl Thomas with Mike Tomlin.
No, he can't go there because if he can go there, I'm blowing his mentions up on Instagram with a whole bunch of purple and black. So if he go to the Steelers, I will not support you anymore, Earl Thomas. I don't support nothing with the Steelers unless Le'Veon Bell comes to the Ravens. That's what I'm going to support.
Oh man, Le'Veon ain't coming to y'all. He ain't doing that.
Why not?
But he ain't doing that. He ain't messing around like that. He's somebody that might end. No, he won't be in Dallas because of Zeke. But he wants that back. He wants $100 million contract as well.
We got money.
So
Trust in Ozzy.
Who knows? I mean, that would be nasty. Lamar Jackson and Le'Veon Bell. That would be a nasty combination in the backfield.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
So who knows? I mean, he might feel sour and decide, hey, I want to get Pittsburgh back twice a year and decide. We'll see. Y'all GM is pretty savvy. He knows how to make those deals.
Triche bombs.
We'll see.
Triche bombs. I'm trying to tell you.
You mentioned a moment ago Dez Bryant, and there have been several folks that are looking at Dez Bryant. Speaking of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Antonio Brown recently threw out a tweet like, "Hey, Dez, you can come play here." Now, Pittsburgh's already stacked. We know about Juju Smith and everything he has going on. Of course, Antonio Brown, who we mentioned is one of the best 2 wide receivers in football as it stands. Would Dez Bryant be a nice fit in Pittsburgh, in your opinion?
Yeah and no.
He's a third. He's automatically the third receiver.
He'd be a third receiver, but when he started crying about getting catches, because they still have Eli Rogers, and I mean Ben can't throw the ball to everybody. So that Pittsburgh always bring a receiver that we ain't never heard of, and then he becomes a star. But before then, nobody really heard of Montavious Bryant. So
and he was complaining about not getting the ball.
He was complaining about not getting the football. So and we already know how Dez Bryant be whining. So yeah, it's kind of up in the air because he can't be your possession receiver, but that's what you got AB for. So I don't think. I know Stephen A. Smith talked about that earlier, talking about that'd be a good fit, but I don't think so. I think a good fit for him would be for real in New York, because they have Sterling Shepard, Odell, and Evan Ingram, but they don't have a possession receiver like that. So I think that'd be a best fit from going to the Giants.
Now, it's the realistic chance that he may end up in your division, however, with a team that I was just doing a lot of talking about in the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are looking at possibly bringing Dez over. We know about they recently signed Jarvis Landry, who I think is a phenomenal receiver. Josh Gordon, if he gets back and everything works for him health-wise, he's damn sure a phenomenal receiver.
Flash.
But we know as of right now, he's not even at training camp. He's not playing in the preseason. He just wants to make sure that he's mentally prepared for everything that goes along with being a star. That is what he is.
Let's call it what it is. He trying to stay off. He wants to stay off the weed.
And I'm not mad at that. I commend that brother.
Exactly.
I commend him for knowing.
I'm glad he's fighting his demons.
Yeah,
and all that.
This might be too much for me right now.
Exactly.
Let me make sure that I'm right before I come back. So regardless of who's at quarterback, Baker Mayfield, or if they have Tyrod Taylor out there, I think he'll probably start the year. But I wouldn't be surprised if Baker gets out there about week 6 or so, depending on what they look like. Dez Bryant has a very realistic chance of going to the Cleveland Browns. Will his presence be too big in the locker room if they do sign him in Cleveland? And can he make an impact in your division?
I mean, if he did go to the Browns, that'd be a nice offense. I would definitely say that.
Offense.
I mean, Carlos Hyde, Jarvis.
I'm telling you, the Browns gonna be better than expected.
I'm not worried about them. The tight end they got from Miami. I forgot that boy. The boy's name was too hard to pronounce.
That boy got his own money. He from one of those places and whatnot.
Yeah, Prince Hakeem. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens if he does go to the Browns. I mean, then how would Josh Gordon adapt to having a presence like that in the locker room? So that'd be a very interesting tandem. Jarvis, Josh, Dez, Carlos. I mean, that'd be a good offense, but you still got to stop somebody. I mean, you do got Myles Garrett. Yeah, well, the Browns might be. They're definitely going to win more than. But they're not going to defeat it this year. I take that back. So I'll give the Browns 6 games.
8-8.
You being generous.
Anything more than that is a surprise. But I honestly see them going 500 this season. I think your division is going to be tough. Similar to the NFC South down here. I think your division, the AFC North, is going to be tough. If the Browns go
8-8, that's a Super Bowl for them.
It is.
They done won. I think I done won more games on Madden playing by myself and I'm going to play Madden than the Browns have won the last 2 years. They've won it forever. So, if they go 8-8, that's, say go jump in the pond, start a parade up.
They have a parade.
I see like Cleveland throwing a parade for everybody nowadays. Are we talking about that today? Tristan smacking Draymond?
We not talking about the gossip. Draymond already said it ain't true. You know, Draymond threw out there it ain't true.
Know.
Believe that.
I was asking.
Me myself personally, and I just said we not doing no gossip. That just sounds like some Kardashian shit to me. Yes, a made up story. You know what I'm saying, like
that comes out of nowhere.
It come out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere. And nobody knows.
Ain't nobody got no footage. That would have been somebody. Now,
unless
scuffle.
You know,
but who said it? Somebody, one of the bench players, right?
No. It's supposedly LeBron. And they were all partying. LeBron, KD.
They stopped it.
I know that, but who put it out there? It was a player, right? Who put it on his Twitter or some shit?
See.
No, I didn't. There's so many stories of it. I heard it was like a mysterious club worker or something like that.
Man,
there's so much gossip to the story.
If that's the case, somebody. It's for me to believe it. We need the video.
We need video evidence. And
somebody this day and age, there's some.
It's gonna come out within the next week and a half.
So until I see that, I don't believe that. It just
but
Tristan Thompson's a Kardashian nowadays.
He don't want to disrespect the Golden State Warriors. That's really why.
My man Draymond ain't no bi, as they say. You know what I'm saying?
He's the only one that's a Warriors fan, a Lakers fan now.
It's just it's Lakers for life. But what it was with me, the Warriors was beating LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
Can we ask him? Is we get to win this chip this year? Next year. Not this year.
Don't say we. Just say you and LeBron. Okay, you're not a we.
No,
okay?
he trying to join the bandwagon.
Don't say you.
He got his walking papers. You know what I'm saying?
Don't say we. You and LeBron.
He got his walking papers.
My jersey coming in next week. Word.
Coos ordered me a joint. Shout out Cootie. He knew I wasn't getting one. He ordered me a joint. So I'm gonna have my Brian.
Look at all these Lakers Bron fans. What's I call y'all now? The LA Brons. That's y'all are.
No, we still the Lakers. Our legacy and our franchise is bigger than LeBron. But it's dope to see. And we're gonna talk about Brown in a minute. So we gonna talk about Brown and some great things he's doing off the court. But NFL is popping again, man. Your team is in action tonight. Shout out to them. Shout out to Lamar Jackson. Brother, we rooting for you here, man. We rooting for you. We don't know when we're going to see you in a starting position, but I think we both assume that you will be starting this year. Pay Odell. Pay that man. Get that man his money. Let's see what he can do on the field. Dez Bryant, where will he end up? We'll keep you guys updated with that. And we'll also keep you updated on Earl Thomas. I think we both agree that he may be going. He's serious. He's not. He's like, I won't step on the field at all.
Check his IG.
Preseason, training camp, week 1. I'm not coming unless y'all pay me or trade me. And he's strong-headed enough where he's not stepping on that court or on that field. Excuse me. Yeah. So that's going to be very interesting to see. We still got a few more things to talk about here on the show. Recently, shout out to my man Lou Will again. Had a dope camp for the kids. Took place in South Gwinnett. While we were out there, my main man Smile bitch came and spoke to the kids. And when I tell you he is hilarious and he is living his best life, he is certainly doing that.
Top song right now.
And he's a big Jaguars fan. So we spoke to him about the Jag, and we see the Eagles and the Jags in the Super Bowl. So I'm rocking with you on that, Duval. We both rocking with that. But check out this interview with Lil Duval. Then we'll be right back. Hop into some NBA news and get ready to wrap up the show. We're gonna talk about the NBA still, talk about LeBron, what he's doing on the court with some possible new sneakers, what he's doing off the court for his hometown in Akron. We're also still gonna talk about OJ the Juice Man, talk about the Atlanta Dream a little bit. So check out this video real quick. We'll be right back here. I'm Terrell Thomas.
And I'm Brandon Triche.
And you are tuned in right now to Sideline Stories live from the Live Hip Hop Daily Studio, presented to you by Live Hip Hop Daily in these urban times.